Hello and welcome to another exciting and informative episode of Ecotalk. Today we come to you from Gauteng Province, Johannesburg in South Africa. Safcei, Southern Africa Faith Communities Environment Institute are holding their policy conference. We will be taking you deep into the discussions of this conference, and of course we'll give you up the resolution later on. Also stay tuned for interviews of some of the 90 participants who are here from all over Africa, including faith leaders and of course some of the leaders of Safcei. My name is Kelingeti. Stay tuned.
In the evening, I look outside my window at the shadow of the night.
November 5th, 2019, 5 p.m. in the evening. 90 participants are gathered in Peace Hall at the MSN Conference Center in Johannesburg for the opening ceremony of the policy conference.
All I hear is my heartbeat, beating like a drum, beating with confusion.
Leaders of different religious institutions and tribes led participants through special prayers. They lit candles under their own religion and dialect. They thanked God for the gift of the earth, but called for immediate action to restore the fast depleting glory through human activities.
O Atsko Sahari Ito Hoba Glasses on It simply means Great Spirit Creator, thou who lives in the most sacred dwelling.
Together, they set the pace for a new vision for sacred life and living earth.
We give you thanks and praise for having protected us during this day. We may not forget who we are, where we're coming from. This is what it is. And then I will sing just one verse. As Ganganchi, Hokachi, T-L-O-G, T-L-O-G. It simply means Ganganchi. Thank you, Lord. Hokachi, we know who you are.
In the policy conference, prayers continued even in the following day. Participants gathered early in the morning in an open field to sing and dance in different African languages. In their crystal clear voices, they sang their hearts out. In order to achieve the declaration, participants went through different topics. To accomplish this, Safcei brought in Graham Philpott, Makoma Lekalakala, Marshall Rinquest, Frances Davies, and Tozi Zokufa. These chosen speakers led people through food and climate justice, energy and climate justice, animal justice, planetary boundary and biodiversity laws. With each topic, a declaration was made.
Fiber that everything else can hinge on often. So if we can look at how our system changes in energy, it can have a ripple effect in other areas.
I am now joined by Francesca De Gasparis, the Executive Director for Safcei. So why was it important to have the policy conference now, and what do you intend to achieve with it?
Thanks so much for the question. You know, it's been 10 years since we last had a policy conference, and as an institute of many faiths, we felt it was really vitally important at this time for us to come together and reflect together on some of the biggest challenges we're facing in humanity, and to really reinvigorate Safcei's mandate and reconnect with all of its faith leaders so that we are more effective going forward.
Okay. It's the second day of the policy conference. Do you have any tentative resolution as now?
We do have something that we've been working on during the evening and early this morning. It's a declaration. It's a declaration that came out of the 6 thematic working groups, and we're going to take it back to the plenary and make sure everyone's happy. And then it will be our declaration that we as people of faith will take out into our communities, and Safcei will put out into the general public.
Safcei largely works with faith leaders. Why is that? How important is it to work with the faith leaders?
Well, for us in our region, we want to really inculcate a change in how we look at our relationship with the environment and to foster this care for living earth. And science is very important for us, but we know that if you really want to change hearts and minds and enable a spiritual connection, the faith communities is a space where that can happen. Faith leaders have a particular role that in their communities, they're trusted voices, and we believe that they're the most powerful advocate for change within their communities. So that's why we work with faith leaders, because they have such an important role to play in our society.
All I want is for a heartbeat, beating just as one, beating with to silence the confusion, then the pain and the illusion.
I'm now joined by Makoma Lekalakala. So Makoma, welcome to Ecotalk.
Thank you.
You won the Environment Goldman Prize for 2018.
Yes, we are in all this together. That was not my award. It was an award of all the people who were part of the bigger campaign of saying nuclear energy, it's not a solution to climate change, and it cannot make access to energy in Africa, particularly in South Africa, possible.
How has that affected your work ever since?
I think the organization that I belong to, Earth-Life Africa Johannesburg, is an anti-nuclear organization, and it's an organization that its mission is to mitigate against climate change, and our focus is around energy, and we are demanding a greater investment in renewable energy options because we've got abundant solar, unexploited solar in Africa, and we believe, and the scientists also have confirmed that that's the energy for the future. And as we can see now, coal is declining, nuclear is declining, and through a decentralized energy system which is based on renewable energy, everyone would be able to have access to electricity.
You are one of the speakers in this conference. What did you bring to this conference?
I brought in the power of courage. That if we really want to change the situation that we find ourselves in, business as usual, that is very destructive, you have to have courage. And collectively, if we have courage individually, collectively we'll have the power to change business as usual and build and create a future that would be a future that we'd be proud of, and our next generations would also be proud of ourselves.
Do you think faith leaders have a role to play as far as energy, the issue of energy is concerned across Africa?
We all have a role to play, and the science that people always talk about is the science that is being informed by the intelligence and that we get from different faiths. In each and every faith, there's that power of saying we need to have a balance of our ecosystems. And we know that in all our faiths, we're saying that we have to care for our environment and ensure that we're not destructive, we're not consumerist up to a extent that we destroy everything that is around us. We know that if we destroy, the earth would be able to regenerate in a number of years to come, but ourselves, we may not regenerate quickly enough. So we actually are in trouble. Climate change is an issue about rights, It's an issue about our survival, and faith leaders have got a role to play. No matter what faith you come from, it's quite important that life continues, and when we ensure that life continues, that will be the greatest gift and belief that our God is alive.
Of course, the work that you do is not an easy, it's not a walk in the park. Give me one slogan that motivates you to keep going.
I'm not working alone.
Yes.
There's so many of us, including yourselves. So that's why I said the award was for everyone who actually contributed. So I would say, if there is anything that you think it's an injustice or it's wrong before your eyes, make it your duty to correct it, because it's for all our well-being. It's not just for an individual.
It has been an intense yet productive 2 days here at the policy conference. The conversation for a new vision for sacred life and Vision Earth has begun. And the hope and prayer for Safcei is that this message gets to all parts of Africa and it is followed up with deeds. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Ecotalk. My name is Kelingeti. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Goodbye.